Welcome back to my series, Dance Mums Unedited. This is the series where I discuss production notes written by the producers of Dance Mums. They show us what happened behind the scenes of each episode. Today we're looking at Season 5, Episode 16. As always, there will be a link in the description box below to a PDF of these notes, so you can read the full thing in further detail. Because there was more to this episode than the producers cared to show. There is an email attached to this week's notes, which was sent from the show's executive producer Scott Shatsky to several members of the production crew. In this email, he mentions that some of the production crew travelled to LA at their own expense in order to keep filming the show. What kind of production company is so cheap that they won't pay for the crew's travel expenses? Kendall's music video shoot takes place the weekend before this episode's competition. On set, the director sets up a close shot of Kendall and her backup dancers, Kalani, Peyton, Addison and Riley. Abby tells Jill that Nia will be trying to one-up them at every turn when she films her music video later in the week. When Abby asks Jill what she thinks of how everything looks, Jill is delighted. She admits that she said, "Take that, Holly," within earshot of the kids. Abby declares that Holly is following in Christy and Kelly's footsteps in the way that she's rebelling against her and not realising what's in her child's best interests. Later that week, the cast begins filming at the studio, with Kendall gushing to them about her music video shoot. Abby calls everyone into Pyramid and announces that Maddie will be performing at the Grammys during the upcoming weekend. Holly tells Abby that she is welcome to come along to Nia's music video shoot, which is scheduled for the following day. Jojo and Kenzie are placed at the bottom of the pyramid, followed by Nia and Kalani in the middle, and Maddie and Kendall at the top. Kenzie is assigned a solo called Disco Dude, which is inspired by John Travolta's character from Saturday Night Fever. Kendall is assigned her This Is Major solo, and Jojo receives her Straighten Up number. Abby reveals to Jojo that she will be wearing a straitjacket during the routine. The group dance Platinum is inspired by the girls' music careers and their hopes to make platinum albums. Abby announces that they will be travelling to Australia, where Abby will be hosting her own competition. Holly seems hesitant, but Abby tells her that she expects all the girls to come with her. It's quite strange how Abby can invite Holly and Nia and then treat them like they're tag-alongs during the whole Australia trip. Dance Mums was filming at the time, so if any of the cast decided not to go, then the whole trip wouldn't have been possible. During group rehearsals, Gianna is teaching the girls, while Abby is taking a call to discuss a clothing line. Abby has mentioned before that she tried to do a Claire's clothing deal with the Dance Mums girls, but the production company refused to let them do it. Perhaps this was a call about said clothing line. Nia tells Abby that she'd like to see her at her music video shoot, but Abby takes the opportunity to tell Nia that she is a backstabber. Meanwhile, Jill is gloating to the other mothers that she is now Abby's new best friend following Kendall's video shoot. The mums are worried about the group routine, since Nia and Maddie will both be missing rehearsals at some point during the week. Holly explains that she's happy to have Abby attend Nia's shoot, but she's also well aware that Abby wants to make it clear that Kendall's video will be better than Nia's. Melissa and Jill then begin to discuss the possibility of getting tattoos this week. When she hears Abby and Nia chatting about Nia's video, Holly becomes frustrated, saying that Abby is trying to get into Nia's head the day before her music video shoot. The day concludes with Nia and Holly meeting Mikey and his stylist Joey. Nia tries on a variety of outfits and tries some of the moves that she will be doing in her video. Then Mikey brings in celebrity stylist Marco, who says he will design a custom piece for Nia. The following day is Nia's music video shoot. Nia is getting ready for her first look, and Holly is stunned by how gorgeous she looks. Mikey gives Nia a pep talk, reminding her that everyone here today believes in her and is there to support her. Then Todrick Hall enters the room, much to Holly and Nia's shock. He apologises to them for last week, when Maddie, Kenzie and Kendall got to meet him and Colleen, but Nia was left out. Holly calls Jill, who tells her that none of the mums or girls can make it to Nia's shoot, because the mums are going to go get tattoos. Nia is then surprised by the arrival of her music producers, Aubrey O'Day and Radio. Marco then arrives and delivers Nia her custom costume. Meanwhile, Melissa shows the mums a social media post from Nia's video shoot, which makes everyone jealous. They find out that Todrick Hall came to the shoot to make up for last week. Abby claims that Todrick's elementary choreography wouldn't have fit in with Kendall's video anyway. Abby has done several projects with Todrick since she made this declaration, both on and off the show. I wonder if he has any idea that Abby doesn't respect his choreography. When Jess asks for details about the team's trip to Australia, Abby tells her to just stay home. Kira tells Abby that Melissa and Jill are planning to get tattoos, and Abby seems to think that it's tacky. Her mood improves though when her real estate agent enters and hands her the blueprints and keys to her new studio. During solo rehearsals, she tells the girls that they are worse than usual. She also sits in the corner, obsessively scanning social media to find hints and information about Nia's music video. The mums call Holly a hypocrite for claiming that Nia is always excluded, but then not inviting any of the girls to be in her video. Jill declares that Holly has sold her soul to surround Nia with the best in the music business. Jess leaves the room to watch JoJo's solo rehearsal, and the mums speculate about how much longer JoJo will be on the team. They say that Abby is still very unimpressed with her dancing. Kenzie enters the room with the mums, saying that she's very discouraged by her solo rehearsal. She declares that she has received very little attention, no encouragement, and isn't being challenged. Jill decides to post more photos from Kendall's video shoot to social media in order to compete against everything that Holly is posting. During JoJo's solo rehearsal, Abby tells Jess that JoJo can't pick up the choreography. Jess tries to give her daughter a pep talk, but JoJo is in tears. Abby declares that she's disappointed in all her soloists, and that Kalani is the only dancer impressing her at the moment. Aubrey O'Day then calls Jill, inviting everyone to come to Nia's video shoot. Abby claims that she has meetings to attend, and the mums say that they'll try to make it. Then the mums head out to go get tattoos, even though the girls object and seem embarrassed at the idea. At the tattoo shop, Melissa and Jill get tattoos in honour of their kids, and Kira gets her belly button pierced. While it may seem rather petty for the mums to go get tattoos instead of going to Nia's video shoot, it's important to realise that these kind of excursions were planned a long time in advance. We see in the email between the production crew that this was planned before the week even began filming. Kicking off the final rehearsal day, the team arrives at Abby's new studio. Apparently the group's conversation is rather strained, with the mums acting happy for Nia, but also muttering subtle insults about Holly. Abby gives the girls a tour, leaving the mums behind to gang up on Holly. They accuse her of bragging about Nia to social media and turning the videos into a competition. Abby returns, throwing shade on Nia's video and questioning its appropriateness for Nia's age. Holly storms off, frustrated that no one is happy for Nia. Abby apparently begins to shout rude comments at her across the parking lot. As the girls stretch, they ask Nia about her video. Kendall assures her that their videos are not a competition. Meanwhile, all the mums besides Holly have found a social media post by Aubrey, which they believe is mean-spirited. Abby tells Jill that she did the best she could for Kendall, and she suggests that Nia's video was designed for the shock value. Later in the day, Kenzie enters the room with the mums, telling them all that she was cut from the group routine for being too short. Seriously? Where's Rochelle Rack when we need her? Kenzie's solo in this episode ended up being unaired, so production had both Abby and Melissa explain this away in a voiceover, telling the audience that Kenzie was sick this week. But make no mistake, she was fine this week, and several cast members have said that even when their girls were sick, they weren't allowed to have time off. Back in the studio, Abby tells JoJo to impress her if she wants any chance of staying on the team after this season. Nia tells Abby that she's committed to the ALDC and that she wants to be on her team until she graduates high school. Abby retorts, rudely claiming that from the clips she's seen of Nia's video, her backup dancers outdanced her. At the competition, the team enters the green room. Maddie talks to everyone about her upcoming Grammy performance. Holly steps out of the room to receive a call from Aubrey O'Day, and the mums begin to speculate about who she's talking to. While she's out of the room, the mums begin to criticise Holly and also Nia's music video, but the second she returns, they are silent. Jill explains that the mums are feeling a lot of tension because of these competing videos. Kira agrees, saying that both Abby and Aubrey are at fault for this tension. Holly begins to scream at the mums, telling Kira to stop talking. She then storms out of the room. Abby then enters the green room and rants about how disappointed she is that her relationship with Holly and Nia is crumbling. Kenzie performs her solo Disco Dude, but begins to cry immediately afterwards because she messed up and her wig began to fall off during her dance. Then JoJo performs her solo. When Kendall walks off stage after her solo, she begins crying as well because she forgot part of her routine. She is so distraught that she has to separate herself from the other kids until she can calm herself down. As the group rehearses, Jess blames the other mums for her not being invited to Australia, saying that they don't want to share the profits of their events with her. Right before the group routine, Mikey Minden drops in to show Holly and Nia some still shots from Nia's music video. After the group performs, it's time for the awards. In the junior solo division, Kenzie places 4th and Kendall comes in 5th. JoJo, however, doesn't place at all in this category. The group dance wins 1st place in both the junior group division and in the overalls. JoJo is clearly upset that she didn't place, so the girls try to cheer her up. Abby claims that she doesn't care about their placements this week because the judges of this competition were kids. The week concludes with the mums packing up and preparing to head back to Pittsburgh. And with that, we've reached the end of episode 16. What do you think of all the jealousy that we see amongst the team this week? Let me know in the comments below. The notes were fairly concise again today, but next time we'll be returning to a far more detailed account of what happened behind the scenes. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.